of the universe, please attend carefully. The message that follows is vital to the future of you all.
Well, that is somewhat redundant because, I always feel everything I say is vital to the future of us. And I think, well, do I feel that? I have a pretty high opinion of myself. that is pretty true. I do have a high opinion of myself. But then again, let me just say this. If I am brilliant, if I am absolutely brilliant, which, okay. Sometimes I think that. Sometimes I do. I will be honest. But if I am, wouldn't I recognize that because I'm so smart and so brilliant? So yeah, wouldn't that indeed be how these things would go down? No, maybe. Good afternoon, everybody. I have had many thoughts, and we're going to get to all the stories of the day. I actually couldn't fit all the stories on the thumbnail because I was too busy taking the piss on a Christian one. And I just realized that that's the thing J-bots hate the most of anything. That's the worst thing possible. To take the piss out of them, take the piss out of their genuinely ridiculous positions, like that thumbnail I did for the last live stream, with Twitter and the Simpsons Jody, and Twitter like, hey, transfer, oh, a couple of people lost their shit. They lost their shit. They were so mad. Oh my god, it means so much to them. It's so sad. It's so sad. So I had an idea which I will share to you. As a starting up, as a warming up for the afternoon, for the morning, for the evening, wherever you may be. As a warming up, I had a thought which I will share with you. But I had that thought on my new toilet. It's very exciting. I do not have a toilet in my basement right now. We do that pump that is needed to pump the water up after you flush or after you use a shower, whatever, is dead. It's 10 years old, dead as a door now. Bit of a bummer, really. But worse than that is my poor wife, who, while I was live streaming, oh, this is terrible. While I was live streaming, she was in the room, like right behind me, cleaning up actual feces, actual shit from the floor, from the pump. Oh my god! She only told me afterwards, but that sounded really bad. So anyway, but we do have a new toilet in my bed, so we've abandoned the guest room. We've abandoned the battle bridge. We returned to main bridge, and the refit is nearly done. We're really quite excited. And the funny thing is, these metaphors I'm talking in, we all understand it, right? So yeah, basically, while we're having all these renovations done, catch you up. Had a bit of a wobbly tile in my bedroom. Turned into getting all the floors ripped out from my main floor, from my kitchen, from my living room, dining room, bedroom, bathroom, everything ripped out, right? So me and my wife and I abandoned ship. We couldn't live there. We had to come to the basement where we have our guest apartment, which is where we've been living. It hasn't actually been that bad. As long as we had a working toilet on that floor, which we don't anymore. So we abandoned ship. We had to get all the crap that we put in our bedroom while we were doing everything. Oh god, they're nearly done. I think they're going to be done by the weekend. So, look, it looks fantastic, but the point I'm at now is like I don't care. I was in my real bed last night, and it was fantastic. Oh god, it was so good. But we have I have a new toilet. Although I'm always a bit dubious going to a new toilet. Do not like the ones that hang off walls. Okay, that's a big no-no. For fat guys, that's a no-no. Because I'm not saying it's going to break. I'm not saying you're going to snap it off. But if you do, that's just embarrassing. Right? Why take the risk? I'm kind of reminded of, what's that gangster movie? Casino, maybe? The Las Vegas one. The one that isn't Goodfellas, the one with everybody. I think Casino, right? I think it's called Casino. So when they're talking about all the the bosses are talking about anybody who might know anything, And they said, "Oh, what about Mickey the fish or whatever? Yeah, what about Lenny?" And he goes, "No." The guy goes, "No, he's not. He'll never say no more. He's great." The boss goes, "Why take the chance? Yeah, why take the chance?" I can't even remember why I was saying that. Why take the chance? Why was I saying that? Doesn't really matter. Fine, let's get to that. Say hello to Derek McManus. You're the first here. Good afternoon, Robert. Well, you were here like an hour and a half ago. No, more than an hour and a half ago, because Eastland was here. How are you, Eastland? Good afternoon, Rabbi. Your namesake rooster. I have a chicken named after me. I have two things which I really, 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 really prize. I really genuinely do. I was always thinking Darren or Warren, because there's either a W in it or an M. I'm a very visual guy. I think it's Darren. Darren from Australia. He sent me a hat. It was really nice. I love that. It's quite funny to be talking about how much we love hats. I really do. I absolutely treasure it. It really is. And my having chickens named after me, having a chicken name. Because here's the funny thing, okay? Fact is indeed stranger than fiction. When I was a small lad, when I was a young whippersnapper, I mean little, like 2 or 3. Apparently, I can't remember. I had 2 imaginary friends, and they happened to be called chickens. They weren't called chickens. They were chickens. I had 2 imaginary chickens. One was called Honker. He was my favorite. Or maybe it was a she. I don't know. Ooh, it might have been a she, actually. I'm getting a very feminine vibe from it. Must have been because one of them was called Susan, and Susan is named my wife. So that's a bit strange. So I am thrilled to have. You know why I got imaginary chicken? Oh, this is a flashback. Okay. This is back to the bathroom. We're back in the bathroom. There was a rip in the in the wallpaper of the bathroom in my house when I was little. And I pulled it because I was a little bit. And I pulled it, and it made a big it opened it up as I recall. And I remember it opening up, and I was looking at it. I thought, wow, that looks like the silhouette of a chicken. And that's at stage. Or actually, now I'm remembering it differently. Maybe the wallpaper was ripped anyway, and then when they I think this is when my parents finally repapered and fixed it. I kind of tore it because I wanted it to be the same shape. It was a bit like freaking me out, as I recall. Fine. So yeah, I have chickens named after me, and I have a bit of a heritage with chickens. Good afternoon, Rabbi. Your namesake rooster is a gentle leader and a dedicated protector of his flock. I see. That might not be me. That might not be me. This is why I run from leadership. I'm like, so somebody's got to go. Who are we going to eat first? That's my kind of lead. I think Ronald might be strawberry flavored. I said, okay, Ronald, it is. Yeah, but the children will be sweeter. That's true, but less of them. Learned that from Snowpiercer, the movie Snowpiercer, which I didn't like, but the TV show Snowpiercer. Wow, that is freaking awesome. Okay, that just went from being kind of stupid, but interesting, to being more interesting. Still, the basic premise is stupid. Right? The basic premise is, I don't really understand how it's not stupid. The basic premise is we froze the world to death as a cure because we had this great idea way of curing global warming. And this chemical that a few countries released into the atmosphere froze the entire planet and everybody died, right? Humanity died. Apart from the sole survivors is this one train track that goes basically around the world, right? And there's one train on it called Snowpiercer, which is 1,001 cars long. So the movie was not very good, but the similarities. So you had it's all about class warfare. You had the tailies. The tailies are people. They're people who weren't supposed to be on the train. They got on and they stayed. So they got like a community of 500-600 people in the tail of the train. They don't even see daylight, right? They have not a good life. They survive on the train. The people on the train, they make for them this gross jelly block of protein, which in the movie they say is made out of cockroaches and stuff. I haven't come across that in the TV show. And then you have third class, which is everybody works. They don't pay to be on the train, but their wages they work on the train, right? They then you got second class, which is pretty cushy, and then you have first class, even nicer, and then you have Mr. Wallace who runs the train, who created the train. It's like a religion, I think it's a religion. It's like there's like this like crucifix sign they make. It's really freaky. And like this train, 1,001 cars long. These are the last survivors, and if it ever stops, everybody will die. So it's got to keep being in motion. Okay, so in the TV show, which is much better, the main villain is what's her name? She is freaking gorgeous. Labyrinth, the hotspot. If you've seen a hotspot, I remember that fine. Jessica Connelly, who's basically my age as well, and she just looks so much better than me in every way, shape, and form. And so she's like the head of hospitality, but she's really running the train. There is no Wallace, okay? She's running the whole train, and it's run like a feudal empire. So a revolution has basically begun now, and it's hitting it at the stratosphere. It's it's one of the few things I actually watch on TV. I'm watching that, watching Doom Patrol. And, I should do the reviews of Doom Patrol. Maybe we'll do them tonight. I got four episodes of that to review. Got to talk about the Rani. The Rani's not coming back. Okay, I'm not going to say that categorically. There's no evidence whatsoever the Rani's coming back. This is the worst written newspaper article. I was going to say of all time, but no, it can't be. There's got to be worse written newspaper articles than this. It's funny. We're going to read it together. We're going to see how factually inaccurate it is. But I hope you like the thumbnail. I worked hard on that thumbnail, and I laughed heartily about it. And it is. I mean, again, I didn't even post this in the main Facebook Doctor Who groups because I just. I mean, if you guys want to post it, it'll be funny. But I just didn't want the shit. I just didn't want the shit. I didn't want to deal. Oh God, all the wailing and gnashing of teeth. Like, hey, make funny of me being stupid. Oh God. I just shut up. Oh God. It's like Invasion of the Pussies. That's essentially what it is. It's Invasion of the Pussies. It's kind of like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, but it turns people into pussies. And then somewhere, in some secret location, just like that movie, Day After Tomorrow. Is that the name of the movie? Yeah, Day After Tomorrow, which is really freaking good, right? You haven't seen that, you should do that. Somewhere hiding is a giant pussy. A giant, the lips is in the underwater. And, if you go near it, it will suck you in. And he'll spit you out, and you too will be a pussy. And they're all pussies. Oh, my God. I'm looking for a Jodie fan who's not a massive pussy loser. I am. And you know what? I wanted to be charitable and go, it can't be that hard. I thought I found one. It was a bit bullshit at first. I thought I found one, but it was on his Facebook group. I was about to message him, and then the group admin deleted the post. That was like, I don't know, look, it upset some snowflakes because it took the piss. I was like, but I nearly but one guy was actually making sense. But here's the truth: if you get anybody logical, and you sit down and talk to them, that you're kind of going to talk them out. Jodie Whittaker, that's just what's going to happen because you can only be honest, can't you? I can't lie. I cannot lie. I cannot tell a lie. Okay, let's have a look. So easily here. So what about my chicken? Jeez, I'm only on the second chat. And he read from the seem to be dangers, and he us beautiful, but needs a better photographer. Well done, we all, darling. I could certainly use a bit of photographer. Anya Unknown 289 with a 0 instead of a O. Oh, you're deeply unknown. How are you? Isn't it great? Isn't it the same woman who played the female version of General in Hell? Yes, Exactly, because they're not. I did that on purpose because they're not going to look for a new actress. They're going to go, oh, no, let me think. She's a woman. She's black. That's it. You know, Paul Mackey's busy. Fine, we'll get this one. Yeah. So funny when Paul Mackey came out as being bi. I was like, really? I just assumed you were. You know, like I really genuinely thought you was bi. That was so funny. Go in. How are you, Kip Ellis? How you doing at work? I'm gonna miss it. Oh, hello. Never mind. Still hello. Ennis Crespo. Didn't Chims dislike the work of Pippa Jane Baker? They were great on the run. Oh, does Chips give a shit about anything? Do you think? I don't think so. I don't think so. Real Who is not dead, but Imposter Who is just BBC in denial and deluded the fact. I don't think that they're that deluded. So, like, thing is, how many seasons did HBO pay for? Right? How many of this did it pay for? Do they have to make season 13? Does it have to be 13 episodes? If they've already paid for it, it kind of does. It kind of does. But, I mean, honestly, I think there's a 50-50 chance it won't be animated at this point, right? An animated season of some kind. Because they can't film it together, can they? I mean, they're kind of screwed there. They totally can't film it together. So do they have to do it all depends on how many episodes they already sold. But what if they're not able to make it for years? I mean, the earliest we're seeing is 2022. Thank God. Thank God. Oh, whatever to think about it for that. And then they keep everything quiet and hushed up. Good. Secrecy, Chibs. Keep it under your hat. Don't let us know. Because we don't want to know. We don't want to know. Charlotte Shields, good evening. Good morning. How are you? Hello. Oh, I can't see the Rani coming back. It could be another backfire show. The third thing's Dr. Up, especially when the actress outshines Jodie. Any actress outshines Jodie. Like, what actress didn't? What performance didn't? Think about it. Dr. Ruth. I mean, I didn't like the costume. I thought it was totally wrong for her delivery. And I didn't like who she was or what. What? But she would have been fine. She would have been better than Jodie. No question. I mean, no question. Yeah. Cheap attempt at nostalgia. I won't fall. Yeah, no. Nobody. Yeah, no. You're not going to want to. No. Okay, nobody bother watching. Okay, I will watch it for you, and believe me, it's going to be painful. I'm not joking. It sounds funny. It sounds like I'm joking. It sounds like I'm taking the piss. But actually, I'm not. It's actually genuinely going to be painful. Because it is. Because it's shit. I mean, really, it's just shit. Yeah, I'm telling you, how can I describe Jodie Whittaker? It's shit. In what way? Every way. Every way. The people working it are doing their best, but they're told to say, what's the worst decision you can make? They go, I don't know. We could, I don't know, make Doctor can regenerate forever and is the first, where regenerations come from, and there's a billion lives she doesn't know about. We could do that, I guess. If we're stupid. If we're really stupid, we could do all that. And Shibs goes, we're pretty stupid. We're pretty darn stupid. And it's stunning. And damn it, it's brave. And people are going to love it. The people are going to love it. And then it came out. And the ratings hit him in the face. Like a shit pie. No hold it. Oh. I could just see him read reading the user feedback, going, yeah, this one's not so bad. He says, let me read it. It says it makes me vomit in my own mouth. It says that, but it's very healthy. You get to, you could use it medically to regurgitate. Many people could use that. You don't need hippie cack. You just watch Doctor Who. And that's some checking through the audience research. That was actually archival footage. It looked like me, but that's I get about. That's me. Hello, I can't find it. Yes, yeah. She's not coming back. It's not happening. Okay, I'll get to the chat and I'll read it. Chris Berger, good afternoon. How are you, sir? Derek Manners, how are you? I've already said hello to you. Pop Culture Mindville. You must be Jerry. How you doing, mate? In the house. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Firstly, you were talking to me before we started via Messenger, and I'm not really a great Messenger person. Oh God! So it's on the video I'm uploading now. This crazy woman from Facebook, and I didn't know she was crazy. Right? It only became apparent she was crazy after about hours. I mean, hours of my life of me being nice. Right? Before I found out, oh shit, she's crazy. She is crazy. So this was the woman from the Doctor Who forum Facebook group who like one of the freaks out whenever I put a thumbnail up. It's like nasty. To which I just asked her a question, like, well, what do you mean by that? And she's like, so and you know, you think it's a bad reenactment, but really it's stunningly accurate. Okay, stunningly accurate, stunning and brave, stunning and both. So then they delete the post, and because she's literally freaking out on it, right? They delete the post, the admin, and she said, she messaged me, said, "You deleted the post, you better!" I'm like, no, I didn't. It got the admin to talk to them. And then we go back and forth, right? A little bit. And so I think we're calming things down. I'm trying to calm them down. But this is a mad bitch. Okay, she's mad. And then she goes back to me like an hour or so later. Will you ask me will you do simple responses to simple comments? I'm like, sure, ask her away. I figure she wants to ask me something about Doctor Who, you know, because she wanted maybe to know the difference in Doctor Who's outlook of it. So I thought, okay, this actually could be good. Fine. So we did. So she started, and she just goes on and on about my thumbnail. So don't you think? And so I replied to her. She asked me what I think. I tell her what I think. You know, I think people should have a sense of humor. If you don't have a sense of humor, it's probably pretty bad for you. And she said, "So are you saying you think I'm a humanist?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, I guess I am. Yeah, I'm sorry you put me in the position of telling you. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, you seem like you know you could. I think it's always good to be able to laugh at ourselves. I mean, listen, Jews do it, birds do it, bees do it, even educated fleas do it. Right, but then okay, she goes, "Oh no." So I just like, "Do you have any questions about Doctor Who?" And then she goes, I mean, really kind of like that. I was like, yeah, but do you have any actual questions about Doctor Who? And she said, well, I've asked you. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know. So just give me your first question. And she didn't have any questions about Doctor Who. She wouldn't. I mean, like, that's the way. I said, you don't have anything. You asked me about Doctor Who, do you? And she was like, no. And she wouldn't say. And I freaked out hours of my life. I dealt with that. Why? Because I really thought we could like find comic. Well, like I'm open to me finding that, but really, it's invasion of the pussies. Oh God, you know what's his name? What's his name? Comic book man. Used to be cool. Clerks, whatever his name is, used to be cool. Now he's just like, come on, pussy. How will I say? What's my pussy thing I need to say? I better check my pussy commander. Pussy, what do I mean, like, really? Oh, God. Today you will cry at the trailer of That's Not Good of Star Wars. Okay. I'll obey the pussy because I'm a pussy now. Now I've got to look him up. What is the bloody guy's name? Clerks. I'm just going to Google Clerks. I keep thinking Matt Smith, and I know it's not Matt Smith. Kevin Smith. Oh, yeah, he used to be cool. Then became a pussy. Fine. Let's get cool. Colin B. Smith. Shalom, peace, and good evening to or whatever is appropriate outside the real time. BST. Yes, British Summertime. British Summertime is outside of real time. Darren, how you doing? I was talking about your hat. Okay, I hope you were here when I started the oh yeah, it's gone. Yeah, you were there for hat talk. I thought being a pandemic was mine. Okay, Ben Permit, how are you? I'm seriously pandemic. I used to be a librarian and now I'm paralegal. My parents were a librarian and a college professor. It's generic. What happened to college professors? Why did they all go crazy? Like, what happened there? They all went bonkers, right? They all went completely mad. They were like, everything's bad. Like, yeah, Trump's speech. Yeah, I don't want to bring up politics. I just think I agreed with him. Everything he said is like, they're trying to teach you that America isn't great. I tend to disagree. I think it is. I think it's, a bit stupid, but, it's better than being a bit negative, which is what I'll describe England as, but it's okay. I don't mind it. Like, America. Okay. Like Americans like the Muppets. Like, okay. I don't mind the Americans. Well, married one anyway. I think they have cooler voices to us, cooler accents. Let me see. I'm going through the chat. See my name. See if anybody new. But I was going slow. I was going. Oh no, I didn't jump. There we go. Now I'm back. I tried to watch Snyderverse of the movie, but couldn't get into it. It's a serious matter. Well, I hope you were here when I talk. It's awesome. Freaking awesome. It's just kicked it out, it knocked it out of the park. I mean, it's stupid. The premise is stupid, okay? The premise, if you just gotta go over that stupid premise, it's fine. It's fine. Doctor Who had a similar premise recently called, what was it, Chase the Darkness, I think, the Tom Baker one, where they're on a planet where it's like unbelievably hot on one side and you can survive on the night side, right? So they have to chase the night. That's it. They have to keep in. So they built a train track out their spaceship that goes around the planet, right? So they can keep going round and round, keep chasing the night. Because if anybody breaks the law, they get chained to the track and they get burnt to death in the sun in 10 seconds when it comes up. Whenever a celeb comes out with anything, my response is, I should care what? Yeah, really? Yeah. Listen. Nicola Bryant comes out as being bi. Nah, I'm interested. Okay, Paul Mackey, you're a lovely girl. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Nothing against you. But, you've got to keep you invested. Isn't that right? I do obsess about, it's not, okay, firstly, she is beautiful. She's absolutely gorgeous. And I think she's actually a very lovely human being as well. She's a genuinely nice person. I've never met her from when I go, but she's still stay gorgeous now. But okay, why obsessed about her? Because she was front and center in the spank bank, when I was a kid. She was my number one go-to, stress reliever when I was, let me think, what year was she in? Okay, now we're gonna track my puberty by Doctor Who. Okay, who'd have thought this would work? Okay, Doctor Who episode guide. Let's find out what year. Caves of Androzan. What's the name? The one in I went there on holiday a couple of times. I keep thinking Frontios. No, not Frontios. Lanzarote. There you go. What year? Okay, fine. I can't believe I'm doing this. Modern Terminus, Enlightenment, King's Demons, Horror of the Deep. Oh, it's a bad story, man. Horror of the Deep's a bad story. Bad. 84. I was 13, right? 13. Planet of Fire. 84. I was 13. Front and center. Okay. Her and Sarah Green. So then, when Attack of the Cybermen happened, I literally exploded. I was like, "Oh my god!" Sarah Green was the presenter from Blue Peter. Actually, I can't remember who else was in the old Spank Bank when I was there. I do remember Nicola Bryant, right? What's her name? Jacqueline Pierce. I don't know, wasn't, but the whole S&M thing, it really like intrigued me. Like, it's like looking into dark matter. You can't see dark matter. It's just like it's this blob. You can't. So that was it. Like, it was like there's something out there which I don't know or understand, but I think I like it a lot. Right? I want to get through that black curtain. That clearly something's going on with Avon and Surferland. I don't know what it is, but I'm very interested. I want to find out. but I hadn't as yet. I did several years later, and I went, that's what was going on. Fine, let's go. Don't how you do it. It just jumped to me again. Hi, mate. It's not a G. It's Jerry. Jerry, how are you, Jerry? I used to our neighbor who became my uncle, which reminds me of a joke I'm not allowed to tell. I can tell you guys. I reckon my wife won't mind. So yeah, Uncle Jerry. He was a very posh sounding guy. He had a helicopter. It was very kind of cool. And he worked at Chapels of Bond Street selling pianos. He was a very good pianist, but he had this very good very projected. Had Chapels of, and so he did the voiceover for the commercial. Chapels of Bond Street. He was very posh kind of guy. So he's called Jerry, Uncle Jerry. We liked Uncle Jerry. Rabbi quotes Victoria Wood. I don't know how I did, but I probably did. Yeah, it's on the trolley. That's something that's on my my go-to thing. Rabbi, you have a patient for that. Jesus. I really thought I'll get somewhere. That's the thing. I really genuinely thought I would get somewhere. My dad was a conservative college professor. He never shared his politics. So he was actually good at the job. Here's what I don't understand. Why can't you have a bill saying that if there's not political neutrality on campus, which there isn't in any way, shape, or form, if there's not political neutrality on campus, a college cannot receive government funding. That's if anybody, I think that and if anybody reports you they're not being political neutrality, of course, SCHWs will abuse the system. Michael Richardson, how are you? Good evening. Paul Smith, Planet of Fire. I remember Sarah Creed, she was attractive enough, but I would have gone for Janet Ellis or Magpie's Jenny Hanley. Yeah, did see a little ahead of the game with me there. It's like Nicola Bright. It's not Nicola. Honestly, I would think she would be flat. I mean, listen, I'm not going to go up to her and say, "Oh, you jizzed off you all the time." I mean, that'd be weird, right? I wouldn't do that. But I think it's reasonably flattering to think that you are an entire generation's introduction to sexuality. Yeah, it is a very nice introduction. And I was against the will. This was all John Nathan Turner. She was a fantastic sport for going along with it. She didn't have a choice. She wanted the job. She knows she had to do. She had to do what she was told. It was the 80s, It was a long time before Me Too. And she described it in the very good book, The Life and Scandalous Times of John Nathan Turner. And everybody loved John Nathan Turner. She loved John Nathan Turner as well. She said it was a gay man's idea of what was sexy, and because it was so overt, and it didn't make her look good, like her bum in The Two Doctors. I was watching it with my grandmother. That's why I remember it. She was laying down or something, and my grandmother comes in and says, "Oh, that girl's got a fat bottom." I'm like, well, that's not very nice. But it was, and she said, women tend to know what to wear to make themselves look flattering and what doesn't look flattering. And she's 100% right. I mean, she is 100% right. However, it worked out very good for me. That's certainly where my mind absolutely went to. So I think she would be flattered. Jacqueline Pierce certainly was. So many people. I've heard her being interviewed, and so many times she said, I always had men about my age come up to her. Any walk of life, doctors, vicars, nurses, every accountants, every person you can imagine, and say, Mr. Pierce, you're very special to me. And she says, yes, dear, darling, I know. She'll say, yeah, no. I really want to get the Big Finish as a interview with her. She's a fascinating woman. Listen, I think Janet Ellis probably was a bit hotter for talking about it, but I think it's the time. I think she was a bit. By that time, I was too old, and Ginny Hanley was a little bit too young for me. So, you're out my scope there. So again, if she's lurking, yeah, no, I'm not. You have nothing to fear. I am a happily married, very old man. I'm cool. Okay, don't worry. But yeah, no, and also she still looks stunning. That's the other thing. But yeah, I think she would be flattered, wouldn't you? Linda Carter, yes. Wonder Woman. It was wonderful. Yeah. Goes without saying, of course. Walking down the street was my childhood introduction to sex play. I lived in a rough day. Oh, do tell. Really? Were there like hookers where you were? Really? That fucking nuts, mate. Really? Oh boy, I used to love going through Soho because I lived in I went to school in Camden, right? So you get on the Northern Line from Edgware, you go up to Camden. But then if you keep going north, you go 2 or 3 stops, you go to Tottenham Court Road, you get to Forbidden Planet, right? The bookstore, and then I used to like walking from Forbidden Planet to Leicester Square, where there's a good place to see movies. Also, I wasn't religious at the time. I used to love shellfish. There was great stuff being sold on the street, like shellfish. I used to get like whelks, it was so gross. Or like during the winter, you get chestnuts. But I would always go through Soho because I used to love checking out the red light with the windows. The red. Yeah, I was kind of fascinated by it. I listen. I guess yeah, why not? But yeah, that was wow. But I can't imagine living in it. Living in it must be a bit strange. Fine. Okay. Before we get started, before I forget, I started talking about my new bathroom, and I had the idea. I was thinking about on it. I had this really good idea that I wanted to share with you guys. I was thinking, what would I do, right, if I had Ethan Van Sciver would be my artist for a comic book, right? What would I do, right? Which is never gonna. I like to set myself like crazy tasks. Like one time I set myself a task of writing a plot for a Star Wars movie that would satisfy fans, be a decent movie, and carry on from The Last Jedi. Like you wouldn't have to erase The Last Jedi. That was the and I did it. I think I came up with something that was pretty good. But then again, that's me. I'm very impressed with myself. Okay, I'm very, very impressed. But maybe I'm brilliant, and I should be impressed. I don't know. It's very hard. It's very hard to tell if you're on the inside. Okay, so I was thinking, well, what would I do? So I had to do like the ultimate Comicsgate book. So what would that be? And that would be like full tilt 90s out of control action, right? And like cool, like comics get like Starblades or Jawbreakers. They're all like balls to the wall act. They're very 90s, which was a time when I don't really. That's not really the normal comic I read. I like Neil Gaiman, Alan Moore, that sort of thing. I'm much more of a snobby reader. I would say, right. I just realized I actually like a lot of SJW comics pre 2050, right? Like I like Bendis then. I like Powers. I liked his Daredevil run. I thought was great. I thought a lot was good. Where was I talking about? Oh yeah. So that's not my only thing. But I think if you're a decent writer, you can write to any audience. If you're in the ballpark. So I kind of thought of a super team that was like a military superpowered team that was in like I don't know Afghanistan or the Gulf War or some reasonably recent war, right? And they get set up and they get framed for this crime, and they're basically on the run, right? They're basically on the run, and they're kind of nice soldiers of fortune sort of thing. So maybe they'll do things like they hang around the Middle East and they help out against ISIS, that sort of thing, right? So essentially, a team with superpowers. That's basically a gritty A team with superpowers. So I'll do 100 pages long. Broke into 5 chapters. Chapter 1 would be set in the contemporary timeline, telling you basically introducing the team, what's going on, setting up the premise, and then end with a bit of a good cliffhanger. Then parts 2, 3, and 4 each would focus on one member of the team, and it'll be kind of like you would have like it'll continue the story, and through flashback you'll get his whole story. So by the end of it, you know really what his whole deal is. Now parts 2, 3, and 4 all end at the same moment, right? They see it, but you're seeing it from different directions, right? And then part 5 is the conclusion. So essentially, it's the guy, the super villain who framed them is back, and they defeat him. Yeah, again, it's a basic shoot 'em up. But I think that I do think that would be good. And listen, I think if I do that. My publishing plans, when I get started, I'm not sure at how many subscribers before I launch. That's my only thing. If I can get into like the comicsy YouTubing world, so I'm going to be doing more comic book reviews. And I've open invitation to comics gators come on the channel and promote your book, right? I'm like really, really, really up for that. But I'm going to be so. I think so. My first book, you guys have seen it's Crown of the Empire. It's like the steampunk thing. Essentially Zulu on Mars, starring Gary, Nerdrotic. Okay, that's really what it is. Then my second book is going to be a Superman book. Be like like Stormfront. Be like somebody who's clearly Superman, but not actionable in any way. So, correct. Because that's so easy to do. I really don't get the need to. I mean, I get it's fun to play in the toy box, right? And I kind of like with the industry is now, right? If I had in like perfect wish fulfillment mode, I would I'm really not not that interested. I'd much rather do my own property, right? I'd much rather own my own stuff. I wouldn't mind if I get myself established to then I would come in and do a Superman story or whatever. I would just for shits and giggles, But it's not really like a deep aspiration. Judge Dredd, however, I wouldn't mind. I always wanted to do like a Judge Dredd Middle East version. Anyway, so the first one's going to thing called Crown of the Empire. The second book's a Superman book, which is essentially a love letter to Superman. It's all very Richard Donner style, whatever, Ultimate Superman, not Ultimate, All Star. Like I love the Frank Quietly Superman. That's my idea. So it starts off with him on top of his version of the Fortress of Solitude, which is this massive structure hanging in the lower atmosphere with his dog. He's letting his dog, super dog, crypto, whatever. And essentially he has a interview that an evening with Lois Lane or whatever her name is, Laurie Lynch, whatever her name is, right? And during that time, Mr. McPlisnick shows up, hits him with a reality beam, and then you basically go for a few pages. You're in each different era of Superman. You're in like a 1930s Superman, a 1950s, 1970s, 1990s, SJW, and before he breaks out into so that I think is the second book. Now the third book was going to be a comedy one, but I think I might do this Comicsgate one instead. I can only draw one book a year. I could write. I can produce 4. I'm pretty sure. Super John, how you doing, mate? Super John. And Marty Carlin, how are you? Are you related to Marty Feldman or George Carlin? Coach of City One. No, it's called Salam Sit. In my head, that like the Arabs and the Jews live together, and religious intolerance is forbidden by law. Because they've had a bit of a time of it before they got there, right? So any form of religious intolerance is written below, and I'll do like a male judge and a side judge. I'll do the male judge will be like Judge Ramadan, right? And he'll be like there, but Judge Dredd, and he would have a Jewish judge sidekick, like side judge, or something like that, like a hot woman judge. And I would love to do like the whole Judge Dredd. But then again, if I wanted to do it, if I had the story, I would just change it and make it my own. I mean, I do like 2008. So I do have a sort of, not that anybody's knocking on my bloody door. Okay, let's be clear. There's nobody knocking. Okay, never say, "Oh, so you come to us." But yeah. So, by the way, I think the first when I start doing more superhero content, I'm doing Right now, I'm doing League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I got a review went up yesterday. I had a video go up yesterday. Freaking no one saw it. Like, no, it got my lowest views of any video I've done for like a year, 2 years. It got like nothing, like 7. It was crazy. And, I don't know. I think the algorithm choked it. Who knows? It's about the Pirates of the Caribbean stupid story with Margot Robbie. They're like, mate, if they got money to burn, can I give me $1 million? Just give this thing a $79 million budget. Give me $1 million, and we're all cool, right? And we'll let it go. Anyway, so after I do that, I think I will do this book. I think I'll review the Grant Morrison run or the X-Men, which is one of the most superhero-y things that I've read. Where are we up to? Fine. Let's get to that story. It's from the Express. Oh my god, it's so bad. I guess it's as a headline story. We really should go for it, right? This looks like it. Fine. Is that working? There you go. Easy. I like the Hebrew ad above the Express. Fine. Doctor Who, Jodie Whittaker's new enemy revealed as former villain returns for revenge. Everything about this is wrong, right? They get every freaking detail. Don't think they're talking about it. I started to glance through it. Every freaking detail. It's wrong. It's incredible. I mean, it's amazing how much they got wrong. Like, they had to really work hard to get this much wrong. Go back to it. There we go. Doctor Who star could be about to face a ghost from her past as one villainous Time Lord is about to make a return to the world of sci-fi drama. Could 2 Gallifreyans become the sworn enemies as their paths cross once more? I don't see why, if they were before. Whittaker, 38. Who cares? Whittaker, 38, is currently starring. Yeah, do you think this role has hurt her? I think it must have given her. I think it's got to damage her career, right? I mean, what a failure! I don't understand how. Maybe they're so woke and so stupid in the entertainment industry. They don't want to admit it, so they might just give her work so they won't have to say they were wrong about anything, right? Even though she's. I mean, would you want to cast her in your drama now? She's basically proved to be ratings anti-Viagra, right? She's I don't know. It's currently starring as the 13th incarnation, or is it 13th of 1,858 billion? Really, who knows? Oh, the infamous Time Lord. Okay, on Doctor Who. It doesn't mean synonymous. I don't know. Exploring the depth of time and space with their companions Yaz Khan, played by Mandy Gill, Ryan Sinclair, Tosin Cole, and Graham O'Brien, Bradley Walsh. The last time the viewers of BBC One of the BBC One sci-fi drama saw the trio together, they just managed to defeat an army of cyber lords. No, they didn't. They didn't defeat him. They stood around telling the Doctor how stunning and brave they were. Literally, they did. They stood around saying, "Oh, Doctor, you're so fast." This is after a weird scene, this weird scene with Graham and Yaz, where he tells Yaz how brilliant she is. It was just why is that happening? It's just so strange. And it's not like she did anything at that point to establish any brilliance. It was just really, really, really weird. Fine. So they didn't save it. It was the other guy from Game of Thrones saved everyone, right? They stood around telling Jodie how wonderful it was. Well, she sent her off in a much cooler looking TARDIS than her one. And then she let the other guy kill himself, and she escaped in another TARDIS. And then was kidnapped by the Jadoon. Who gives a crap, really? And the Time Traveling Gallifreyan was imprisoned by the Jadoon. For fans of the on-screen drama, they will have to wait till the action to resume at Christmas. No, New Year's. If it's Christmas, I'll be amazed. But for listeners of the Big Finish audio recordings, it seems the TARDIS controller is about to come face-to-face with an old rival. However, could the events of the actually, I can't believe they got this right. Could the events of the off-screen lead to new and a delayed feud unfolding for the viewers of Sci-Fi. So this is not about her at all, like Jodie at all. Okay, during the program's 6 decades reign on television, the Doctor has ran into the Time Lord High President Rassilon several times. Okay, it's kind of correct. The character most recently appeared back in 2010 when Timothy Dalton, 74 incarnation of the Time Lord, came face to face. No, he appeared with what's his name? I can't even remember his name now. Whatever, the other guy, the older guy. Play with David Tennant. It's fair to say the meeting wasn't friendly, as the villain was assisted by the Master John Sim to bring Gallifrey back from the past, therefore allowing the Time Lords to come back from the time lock. This is okay, fine. Since then, he hasn't been seen. Yeah, he has. But the character making I can't wait. I can't believe how I hate it when they're wrong like that. But the character is making a successful comeback in the newest on Big Finishes series, delving deeper into the Great Time War. No, okay, idiot. This is a full season of the Time War. See, he was bid well, he appeared at the end of season 1. I didn't add, so he was big in season 2 and 3. It was basically their version of an evil president, you know. I get. I wonder what the if there's any analogy there. I wonder. Former Robin Hood star Richard Armitage, 48, has been cast in the role, so he should come face the. So could he soon face Jodie's on screen in the future season? No, I could, but so could I. What the idiot? Speaking of voicing the villainous character, Richard said, Rassilon is one of those defining spines of this lore. As is my slurp of coffee. I watched enough sci-fi to know there has to be an omnipotent being that has a self-aggrandizing mental state which puts him above everybody else, like a malevolent, maniacal dictator. I grew up with Doctor Who, the Daleks and Cybermen. When what the hell? When's the Rani going to come in? I was definitely hiding behind so, but I love to be frightened. Tom Baker was my doctor. He had that voice. He still has. By the way, I have to tell you, woke though it is, painfully woke though it is, Tom Baker in Stranded, I think he's very good. I know he's only one episode. I think I know it felt about right. He should be in either one episode or every episode. But he could be in. He could have been. They could have been in it more. But his performance was great because he was not playing the Doctor. He was playing the curator. And it's a different incarnation. Fine. So you like Tom Baker. Let's keep going. It's not yet known if the Doctor will be featured in the episode entitled Time War 4. What? Yeah, no. It might be, but it's a Gallifrey series. Ding-a-ling. Gallifrey : Time War 4. I think that's what it is. But there seems to be nothing stopping the Time Lord High President coming face to face with his name in the future. You're talking such crap. It's unbearable. Although Gallifrey imploded at the end of season 12. Oh, yeah, who cares? It was actually at the beginning of season 12, wasn't it? I think so. When the Doctor used the death particle. Oh, it imploded again. To ensure the Master and the Cyber Army were obliterated. The planet has come back from uni before. Okay, I don't know what that means. Did it go to uni? For many of us assume the Doctor's home was destroyed in the Time War with the Daleks, but only for the end of Tennant's era for the proof. No, it wasn't. No, it was. Oh no, this was all in Moffat's era. And the 50th anniversary of the entire planet was brought back out the time lock, but the Doctor had no idea where his space had been relocated. How much longer does this nonsense go? Oh, thank God. Oh no, not thank God. Okay, fine. By season 12, Gallifrey was back on the map, so the Time Lords make their return to cause havoc for Jodie, Rassilon, and leading to by season 12 it was destroyed again by stupidly. The Time Lord High President isn't the first intergalactic species to travel the time traveling hero, and numerous companions have encountered. What? Isn't the first? Okay, fine. They met other Time Lords. Over the years, the Master / the One has caused a great deal or trouble for his childhood friend. Okay. What? They're just all over the shop now. Oh my God, who wrote this? What moron wrote this? Charlie Millard. Who are you, Charlie Millard? Let's have a look. Millward. Charlie Dickwad. You freaking know nothing. Oh my God. He's like the TV reporter, and he's a moron. Oh my God. Can you leave comments at the end of this? I mean, he's really dumb. Can you leave comments? I mean, really? I guess not then. Okay, fine. There's no express. We don't care what you have to say. Wait. This led to the destruction of Earth on several occasions, and has always been believed the greatest enemy of Gallifrey. Okay, I understand you not watching season 12 because who did? But like, it's all online, man. I mean, you just gotta look at the episode guides, or just ask a nerd. Gee, I could have told you. I mean, really? Also done battle with the Rama, Kate O'Mara, a deranged scientist known for enslaving entire planets to test their theories. Never really. It sounds much cooler the way you say it there. Neither has managed to topple their time. It's also they brought it back in Big Finish, and what's the Schwarn song over there? She was pretty darn good. There were two actually excellent stories. I guess we'll look it up in a minute. It's not known when season what was it? Neither managed to the Time Lord, the Nemesis. Yet, could the Time Lord's High President be too great a force in the Doctor? God, I mean, I can't work out how many. I've lost count of how many strands they mixed up. Like what? It's not yet known when the season 13 of the sci-fi show will resume filming. Start filming after production was put on hold in the light of no. It was very famous not put on hold because it wasn't start filming till September. They doubt that's going to happen. I would have thought 2022 is the earliest we're going to see it. Probably late 2022. And take your time. Take your time. How many do they have to make? I mean, it depends how many HBO pull. Really, I think that's how many they're going to make. Therefore, after the Christmas special, New Year's special, it could be a little longer before the hero faces a new batch of enemies. Oh God. Oh, okay, we've got to go to Big Finish. Just get out of my head. That's that's freaking insane. How do I look this up? The Rani. Ooh, there we go. So we got 2, Planet the Rani and the Rani Elite. Both Colin Baker's always. She's good. What's her name again? What's her name? Cast Sean Redmond. He was a good master. Here. Close that window. No, it's the wrong thing. What is it? Remove. Aha! I did it. It's on the camera again. Very good. Let me have a look, see what's been going on in the chat. And I've been wittering along quite some time. Okay, let's go back. Fine, okay. Kevin Smith, the circus tent that shills like a bat. Yeah, I know. So sad, really. Michael Richards. I already said how good at Michael Richards. Every time I say your name, every single time I think of the guy from What We Do in the Shadows. One of my other favorite series. Who one of the vampires in it. It's about family a house of vampires. One is called Colin Robinson, who's a daywalker, who's an NG vampire. Anyway, but they're all old-timey vampires. So you keep saying Michael Richardson. No, was it Colin Robinson? So as I hear say Michael Richardson, I always go Michael Richardson. I can't help it. It's just the way it works, mate. So I think I've read this. I was the only girl who I know who preferred Mike. You're the cool. You're super cool. Oh my God, that makes you the coolest chick ever. Mike's character was so much smarter than the other. Yeah, he was absolutely. And he's always gone a long way with it. He was the one who never came back for the. He was the one whose mother owned Tipex. So he never needed the money, basically. I think so. One of them. Yeah, Peter Talk was. Michael's kind of crazy as well, right? I always like was it Sean Astin from Adam's Family. I saw a thing saying he was also the Riddler. I don't remember that at all. I have to check him out. I kind of remember it, but I don't remember it. Like when I saw him in the costume, I was like, really? I didn't. I think Frank Gershon is such a overpowering performance, right? Okay, let's go through the chat. Okay, Martin Carlin. I was related to Jules Carlin. There you go. Is he dead? Oh, sorry to hear that. Brooke Dynamics. That's a Jewy thing. You go, blessed is the truthful judge. When you hear someone's dead, you say, blessed is the truthful judge. I wonder if 2000 would accept suggestions or submissions. It might be worth it, especially if you're already published. I mean, listen, I got to be far. Listen, I got to be far more established. Like I'm not even close. Look, what if I could go back in time and give myself advice? I would have told myself to write 2 Future Shocks a month. Oh no, come up with 4 pitches of Future Shocks a week, and write up 2 full scripts a month. I just say them over and over again. Do that over and over. Within 6 months, I would have got in. If I knew then what I knew now, right? I could have done it. I totally could have done it. And I lived in London at the time. Oh man, I should have got. If I could talk to my 16-year-old self, I'd say, do that. Definitely do that, and you would do well. You would do well. I think it's just knowing how to work is such a. I've really noticed that in comic books. It's so many people who are very talented don't know how to work, right? If you know how to work, you know how to work. It's not so hard. Is this an enemy of Doctor or Jodie Cram account? I don't know. Man. Super John said Doctor Who is up for a no. Get out of here. Best drama, best family drama. Oh, we've got to downvote that somehow. We've got to make sure that loses. Donald Sumter, Hellbent, there, whatever his name was. Yeah. Donald Sumter. Yeah, you go. That's it. I was telling him. Fine. Is it running unopposed? Oh, I didn't think it was running. Go Kanye, man. Go Kanye. This is great. Do you think it is just his move is to get the current president still elected? Do you think that's why he's running? Although I tell you, he's a strong guy. He's a strong, powerful guy. He really is. I believe he's one of the people that if he puts his mind to it, he can do it. Him, Eddie Izzard as well. Eddie Izzard is one of the strongest people I can imagine. Did that? Was it how many 50 marathons in 60 days? Like something crazy. Like that's just freaking insane, right? Yeah. How many did he do? And he said, it's all mental. You just got to tell yourself, your body keeps saying, "Oh, I want to stop." So you keep going. And the strength of the guy is just absolutely incredible. He's somebody I would love to talk to about Corbyn. Because he was so on board for Corbyn, right? I'd love to explain to him about the anti-Semitism. I think, I have so much faith in him. I think even though he's not Jewish, he may get it, right? He may have got. And here's the thing, and it's a lament right now. This is all totally avoidable, right? With Corbyn, if he wasn't anti-Semitic, we could have smoothed this over so easily, right? But the problem he was anti-Semitic, so he couldn't make nice. He couldn't, all we needed to do was condemn people for trying to kill Jews. That's it, right? He didn't have to say we're great. He just had to treat us with equality. That's it. And no, it wouldn't even come close. Freaking crazy. But, I wish I could have had, I wish I could, I always think, can I just explain this to you? Maybe it's you're throwing away everything because you hate Jews. I mean, really? It's this is a weird hill to die on. You know what? That's the next thing we're going to talk about. Terry Crews. Terry Crews has chosen his hill to die on, and he's a very good boy. Terry Crews from Brooklyn 99. So let's get this story going. I just share screen. Frank Gorshin was the Riddler. Yes, absolutely. What was I looking for again? Let's just go here. Bounding into comics. Bounding in comics is always a good destination. Let me just update this. If there's any juicy new stories we should look at. Oh, okay. Look. Wow. So, okay, everyone's coming out for the police now. Have you noticed everyone's like calling out the national? All the people who didn't like the police are calling out the National Guard, right? Freaking crazy. Was Terry Crews? Terry Crews is my man. More. I am his. I think there you go. So he had a bit of a time on Twitter recently. June 7th, he tweeted, "Defending white supremacy without white people creates black supremacy. Equality is truth. Like it or not, we're all in this together." Wow. Wow. What a smart thing to say, right? What an absolute smart thing to say. People don't like it. Well, what's up with you? You know, they got all mad at him. So then he said, a few weeks later, June 30th, he says, "If you're a child of God, you are my brother and sister. I have family of every race, creed, and ideology." It's just really so well written. We must ensure Black Lives Matter doesn't morph into Black Lives Better. Keeping it real, absolutely. Then 4th of July. 4th of July, he chose the hill was going to die on. Good man. Oh man, I got so much respect for him. I really do. I'm like, I can't believe how I'm like tingling, right? So he tweeted, "Are all white people bad? No. Are all black people good? No. Knowing this reality, I stand on my decision to unite with good people, no matter the race, creed, or ideology. Given the number of threats against this decision, I decide to die on this hill." You are the best. I mean, you are the best. That's that simple. And truth is, if there's anything you ever do, I'm always going to look, and that you're looking for customer support. I'm always, if there's any way I can support you, I always will. Right? It's like you're the opposite of Ben Cook. Ben Cook says Phantom Films need your help. I'm like, yeah, guess you're right. Okay, actually, you know what? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at Phantom Films. What do they have? Is there anything that I would Phantom Films? I think it is. Because I didn't even bother looking because it was Ben Cook advertising it, and he's such a knob end. I was like, okay, guess not. Fine, so I got to go here. I guess not the event. Fine, orders in lockdown. Right, so they lost the wholesaler. Oh, actually, that sounds good. Oh, I'll say they do all this. They do the commentaries. Thing is, I don't really listen to the commentaries in on the DVDs anyway. So let's look at fiction and novelizations. I'm intrigued. See what they got. Yeah, no. Richard Franklin, Operation. Oh wow, that's interesting. But no interest whatsoever in it. Let's go for biography. Yeah, kind of. Okay, yeah, no. Karen Actors go. That one does like maybe go. Yeah, no, honestly, there's a few things that I would buy actually if I wanted to help them out. Right? There's a few things there I would buy if I wanted to help them out. But sorry, it's you gotta. Yeah, Chris Stewart there, but a series of audios. It's interesting. Oh, it's the audios of the books. I wonder who reads them. Let's have a look. Rabbi Terry Malloy. So that's pretty impressive. Okay. I'm not a big fan of books on tape, though. I'd rather read the book. Oh, Terry Malloy. Okay. Pretty nice. So, yeah, okay. Has stuff there I would buy. But I'm not going to. I wonder if they've got anything in Callan. I love Callan. Anything there, I'm not going to buy. No, okay, guess not. There you go. Let's go back to bounding into comics. But I'm going to have to go shortly. So, is it? Yeah, let's read this article. I mean, it seems to me everything you see is the headphones. If I mean, Ben Affleck apparently signed a contract with HBO Max, so that's a good sign. I'm really kind of interested. Okay, the 4th of July scoop landed over the holiday, and it has huge implications for the future of DC cinema, Zack Snyder, and all the Batman in the multiverse. The YouTube channel and the pop culture minefield. Oh wow, really? Pop culture minefield. Look at you! Wow, I hope you're still here. Look at this! What a great plug! Oh man, I really feel good for you. I really hope you're still here. That's great. Broke the script from Geek Costas. Oh, you told me about it. I thought, yeah. Oh man, I didn't realize it was you. Fine. Okay, I'll put this all together now. He claims Snyder could be allowed to make up for the lost time and make more DC related movies if his cut of Justice League is successful. Whatever we got to do, make it successful. I want to see it. Right? He had a 6-movie arc. I wanted to freaking see it. Right? I really do. HBO Max will be the prime venue for the. I'll pay for this. For the new world, since censorship and compromise. Since censorship and compromise, they have freedom there, much like we heard from J.J. Abrams and the Justice League Dark. So not interested. Like bringing back Keanu Reeves as Constantine. That seems like kind of it's. Have you seen that like fake trailer for the Avengers in the 80s or the 70s? And you got like Linda Carter, back to Linda Carter, and that's Captain America, and what's his name? I can't remember. As Doctor Strange, whatever. Yeah, it just kind of feels like that. It's not clear what Snyder will be offered, but Sutton believes something that based on the Injustice games is on the table. The Keith and PCM points out of aspects of Justice Leagues were incorporated in the Batman versus Superman fights. I have no idea. I've honestly not a freaking clue what they're talking about right now. I really don't know. What? I'm going to read that sentence again, see if I can piece it together. The Keith of PCM points out aspects of. I have no idea. I tried. Adaptation of that seemed to me where they were going with this. Adaptation of Injustice Gods Amongst Us was talked about at Warner, so it went nowhere. The Keith added Snyder would be restricted by standard running times to tell Coinetti's story of Injustice, and it will be a real treat for the younger audience. Okay, so I'm Batman still. How long is this article? Are we going to go forever with this? Okay, fine. That's doable. This is all doable. Sutton had another scoop, dovetailing on a report that you might have by now that AT&T is open to Ben Affleck returning as Batman to complete the movie he bowed out of. This proposal, I mean, if it's clean up now, I think he bowed out of it because he needed to go to rehab. It's like, listen, it's always hard to understand other people's vices, but like, the whole alcoholism thing seems weird. I don't really enjoy being drunk. I just kind of fall asleep. Sutton stated insiders are certain comeback by Affleck is happening, but it too depends on the reception of the Snyder Cut. Whatever we got to do to make the Snyder Cut, whatever they want to see. Want to see it trend? Whatever you want, we'll do it, okay? Whatever you want. We're on board for this. The Oscar-winning performance for creativity freedom this time may be conditioned as well. That's pretty good. Jeff Johns allegedly interfered with Affleck's script for the Batman, which led to the writer-director stepping away from the retail product. I've heard, Ethan Van Sciver talks about him, right, a lot, and he says, he always says nice things about him. And every report I read about Jeff Johns recently says he's like a massive dick. Like everything is like, I'm not saying anything complimentary whatsoever. It's all like stuff like this. Affleck's Batman would be separate from Reeves. Honestly, I think they could do like whatever Batmans they wanted. I think people understand the idea of a multiverse. I was never that like against the idea of what was it Darren Aronofsky's one. They wanted to do like, was it a black Batman in a in a garage, something like that. I can't remember. I just think there's a lot of scope, and there's a lot of people understand. You have different versions now. We've had different versions so many times. So Beatrice Reeves, Robert Pattinson should be crapping himself, and setting a decent extended unit with Deathstroke as bad guy. Yes, that was freaking awesome. Was he? Yeah, you only saw him in Justice League. That's crazy. He was really good. As it would be in HBO Max 18, he is unconcerned if it takes leans into the more mature R-rated zone. This all sounds very good, doesn't it? I think this all sounds just extremely good. Taking care of business. Okay. A lot of these decisions from the upcoming Warner parent company, AT&T, directly. The telecommunications giant seems to be taking an active role in cleaning house, not surprisingly, considering CEO Randall Stevenson's no sacred cows remark the conference in the last year. If DC is doing everything they can to survive. I'm not sure they're going to make it. They're doing everything they can to survive. Marvel's fine as long as Disney's fine. If Disney goes down, it's bad news. It's bad news. And I think Disney could go down. Not go down. It'll be broken into different companies. Yeah, I think that's a possibility. With all the Batman news, the question is where things leave with Robert Pattinson. The Batman, the potential trilogy are results of Jeff Johns' political maneuvering during the Justice League fiasco, stepping down and founding Mad Ghost, creating a vacuum for AT&T to swoop in. Okay, Warner and DC are all in on Batterson in said Midnight's Edge, but AT&T got involved last year by the overrunning and undercutting at every turn. They have a wait and see approach. The with the Batman and don't want to force demand if there isn't a trilogy. Smart. Well, really, that's a really good idea. If it works, it works. It doesn't, it doesn't. I think that should be everything, really. NTT wants to find out how Batman will shake out first. The ones who back the Snyder, they're the ones who back the Snyder Cut. Well, yes, because we say we will buy it. And I'm pushing Michael Keaton to reprise the role of the Kid's Cake Crusader from the Tim Burton film. Midnight Edge also cover the items on after. Okay, fine. That was all good news. That was all just generally good news. I'm not going to read the article with what's the name? Keanu Reeves. Love Keanu Reeves, but really, he's just the other guy's Constantine was so much better, right? It was so much better. Colin B. Smith says there are times I wonder with Corbyn if he actually is. I'm sure he is. He actually has something that simply jumps on any establishment back. No, I believe he has a core anti-Semitism in him that makes him not be able to bite the fruit. There's no really. What's his similarity with like how is he like with Iran? Really? They just if you hate Jews, doesn't matter what other things you have going on. That's enough. That'll make you friends. He's a student who has never grown out. Yeah, that's very true. That's absolutely true. Look, comments aren't moving. There we go. Well, that's very cool. Okay, so like top tips semi-related to the topic. Space Ops and Stitched. The former about the bun is at war. The later was it a Garth Ennis horror comic set in Emmy? Was it Emmy? Okay, I find was it Spec Ops? Okay. I know what's the one I write? I love We Three. That's a really good book. I love that book. Should do a review of that. It's actually a really good. Again, I really love Frank Quitely. I think he's absolutely wonderful. I like everything he does. I loved what's it called again? Jupiter Circle. He did the other one. Jupiter, whatever. It's just it's beautiful. Whatever happens, is there any more of that going on? I haven't kept up with Mark Miller ever since ever since the Netflix thing. I really should read some of his stuff. I mean, again, another good thing to review. Fine, okay, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. It's a very momentous evening. We finally, this day, after many days' wait, got the our new countertops in. So my wife has started to unpack the kitchen. So everything, she's very happy. Everything is in boxes. I'm going to go upstairs now and see what is going. There will not be a show on Thursday. Thursday is the first day of a 3-week period we call it the 3 weeks. So Thursday from sunrise till sunset is a fast day, and by the time I can eat, it'll be like like 8:30, like maybe 8 o'clock, which is 6 p.m. But I'll be like, I won't be have my head together to be able to stream. I might do a stream on Friday. I kind of like last time I did a stream on Friday. Listen, if something happens, that's really the bottom line. If something happens, listen, anything you guys want me to cover, I didn't cover Doom Patrol. Anything you guys want me to cover, let me know. Let me know in the chat. Let me know. Just email me. It's always in the notes. My Twitter is at Biblical Comics. And Facebook, you can find me on Facebook. It's like, well, it's all in the video. So good evening, one and all. I believe as is live right now with Nerdrotic, which would be my recommendation of where to go today. I'm not sure what's doing with Norway. I thought he was going to stream last night. I guess we'll get notifications next time he's on. My name is Sheila Beckin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and have yourselves a fantastic day.